My son said, "I'm tired of you, Dad." I stood there holding grocery bags, 4 of them, the plastic handles cut into my palms. "What?" Michael didn't look away. "I'm tired of seeing you every day. Jennifer feels the same. You need to find another place." The eggs in the bag cracked. I felt the wetness seep through. This house. I bought this house with every penny of my retirement savings, the money my late wife Sarah and I saved for 30 years, gone. Used to give my son a fresh start. The deed had my name on it, only my name. I paid cash, no mortgage, no debt. I moved into the smallest bedroom because I wanted to help, and now I was garbage to be thrown out. "This is my house," I said quietly. "I know, but Dad, we need space, our own life." Behind him, Jennifer appeared, arms crossed, face hard. She'd been waiting for this. They'd rehearsed this. My chest went tight. The bag slipped from my hands, groceries scattered across the floor. I walked to my room, closed the door, sat on the bed. Sarah's photo smiled at me from the nightstand, 3 years since cancer took her. Her eyes were still warm in that picture, still trusting. "He wouldn't do this," I whispered to her, but he just did. In the living room, Michael's voice changed, light, relaxed. He was on the phone, laughing. The burden was gone. Not from me, from him. My phone was in my pocket. I pulled it out, found Tom's number. Tom Chen, my old business partner, the man who helped me survive Sarah's death. I texted, "Need your help. It's urgent. Can't explain over phone." His reply came fast. "Pete's Coffee Shop, 20 minutes. I looked around my small room. The walls I'd painted, the shelf I'd built, Sarah's quilt on the bed. If they wanted me gone, I'd leave. But I'd take everything with me. Hit the like button if you can't stand people who mistake kindness for weakness. Only entitled manipulators scroll past this one. Tom was already at the coffee shop when I arrived. Back corner booth, black coffee steaming. I slid into the seat across from him. "You look like hell," he said. "Didn't sleep." "Tell me." I told him everything. Michael's words, Jennifer's cold stare, how they'd planned it together. Tom's face went dark. "The house is in your name? Completely? Then sell it." "What?" "Sell the house, right now, before they know what's happening." My hands shook. "I can't just—" "Yes, you can. It's yours. You paid for it. And if you don't protect yourself, they'll find a way to take everything." He pulled out his phone, made a call, spoke quietly. 5 minutes later, we were walking into Robert Harrison's office. Harrison was maybe 60, sharp eyes, expensive suit. "Tom explained your situation," Harrison said. "The property is solely in your name?" "Yes." "No co-owners? No mortgage?" "Nothing." Harrison opened a folder. "I have cash buyers. If you price it right, I can close in 1 week." My heart pounded. 1 week? Cash sales are fast. No banks, no delays. He slid papers across the desk. "This is market value. Drop it 10%, you'll have offers by tomorrow." Even at 10% below market, the number was substantial, more than enough to start over. "Do it," I said. Harrison's pen moved. "Sign here, here, and here." My hand trembled as I signed. "One question," Harrison said. "Can you keep the house available for showings without the occupants knowing?" "They work 8 to 5 every day." "Perfect. First showing tomorrow at 10. Walking to my car, Tom gripped my shoulder. "You sure?" "No, but I'm doing it anyway." That night, I started documenting everything I owned, every piece of furniture, every appliance, every picture. I took photos, found receipts, matched purchases to bank statements, the leather sofa Sarah and I bought for our anniversary, the kitchen table I built by hand, the bookshelf holding my father's books. Everything went into a spreadsheet. My phone buzzed. Michael. "Dad, can you watch Emma and Jake tomorrow after school?" For 2 years, I'd never said no. I typed, "No, I'm busy." His reply, "Busy with what?" I didn't answer. I pulled out my old duffel bag, started packing, documents, Sarah's jewelry, photos, things I couldn't risk losing. Tomorrow, strangers would walk through the house. Tomorrow, this would become real. But tonight, I let myself feel it. The betrayal, the broken promise. "You'll always have a place here, Dad. Always." Lies fade fast. Truth lasts forever. Morning came cold. I woke at 6, made coffee, watched through the window. Michael's car left at 7:45. Jennifer's followed 5 minutes later. I had 2 hours. I walked through every room. Opened windows, turned on lights, made it look alive. The irony burned. I was preparing my own house to be taken from my son. At 9:55, Harrison's silver Mercedes pulled up. Behind him, a blue sedan. I met them at the door. "Mr. Walker, this is Derek and Amanda Chen." Derek was young, glasses, kind eyes. Amanda held a notebook. "Beautiful neighborhood," Amanda said. I showed them everything. The kitchen with appliances I'd installed, the bedroom with the closet I'd built, Sarah's garden in the backyard. "This is perfect," Amanda whispered to Derek. They walked through again, slower, taking photos, checking outlets. In the kitchen, Derek turned to me. "Why are you selling?" The truth came out. "My son lives here. I bought it for him. Now he wants me gone, so I'm selling before he knows what's happening." Amanda's eyes widened. "I'm sorry," Derek said. "Don't be. Just make me an offer." They stepped outside. Through the window I watched them talk. Hold hands, nod. Harrison's phone rang. He answered, listened, looked at me. "They're offering full price, cash, close in 6 days." My hands went numb. "Yes." After they left, Harrison and I sat at the kitchen table. "They'll wire the deposit today, 10%, the rest at closing." He slid papers toward me. "Sign here." The pen felt heavy. This was it. No going back, I signed. "You'll need to be out by Friday," Harrison said. "I'll manage." He left. I sat alone. My phone buzzed. "Tom." "How'd it go?" "Sold. 6 days." "Jesus, you okay?" "Ask me next week." I spent the afternoon packing, quietly, carefully. Tom came with his truck at 4. We loaded boxes while the house was empty. Books, Sarah's things, photos, quilts. "Where will you live?" Tom asked. "I'll find something. Stay with Linda and me. I need my own space." By 5:30, the truck was loaded. It pulled away just as Jennifer's car appeared. I was in the kitchen when she walked in. "Where's Michael?" I asked. "Working late." She grabbed water, went upstairs. No greeting, no acknowledgement. I was already a ghost. Michael came home at 8. I stayed in my room, heard him talking to Jennifer. Low voices, muffled, then silence. I opened my laptop, checked email. Subject: deposit received, transaction active. It was official. The sale was moving forward. My phone rang. Unknown number. "Mr. Walker, this is Carol Stevens from First National Bank." My stomach dropped. "We're calling about a loan application using your property as collateral. $200,000. Names Michael Walker and Jennifer Walker. Can you confirm you authorized this?" The room spun. "I authorized nothing. The application included a power of attorney with your signature, but our system flagged it as suspicious." "Because it's forged," I said. My voice shook. "They forged it." Silence. Then, "I'm halting this application immediately. Contact your attorney." I called Martin Davis, my lawyer, 70 years old, sharp as glass. "Martin, it's David Walker." "What's wrong?" I told him. "The bank, the forged documents, the sale." Martin listened, then said one word. "Good." "Good. You sold that house at exactly the right time. If you hadn't, they'd have buried you in debt. I'll file a fraud complaint tomorrow." How bad could it have been? "They'd take the money, default on payments. Bank comes after you because your name's on the deed. You'd lose everything and still owe the debt." I closed my eyes. My own son. "I'm sorry, David, but you're protecting yourself now." After we hung up, I sat in darkness. This wasn't about space. This wasn't about privacy. This was about money. My house, my savings, my life turned into their retirement fund. Through the thin walls, I heard them. "Told you he'd find out. Doesn't matter. We'll figure something else. Just need him gone first." My hands clenched. 4 days until closing. 4 days to keep this secret. I texted Harrison. "Can we close sooner?" His reply: "Buyers are flexible. Wednesday possible if you're ready." Wednesday, 3 days. "Do it." I packed faster. Tomorrow I'd move more to storage. Strip this house of everything that mattered. When Michael realized what was happening, it would be too late. The money would be mine. The deed transferred. The locks changed. And I'd be gone. Tuesday morning. Michael left early. But Jennifer stayed home. She was in the kitchen. Coffee, phone, eyes down. "Morning," I said. I made toast." The silence was thick. Dad, she said, Michael and I need to talk to you tonight, after dinner. About what? She looked at me. Her face was empty. About your next steps. I nodded. Took my toast to my room. Next steps. They'd formalize it, give me a deadline, maybe written notice. But by tonight, the sale would be 24 hours from closing. Too late. I texted Tom, noon, your truck, more stuff. Coming. At 11, Jennifer left. Yoga or lunch, or complaining to friends about me. Tom arrived at 11:45. We loaded the antique dresser, dining chairs, my toolbox, Sarah's china cabinet. This is a lot of furniture, Tom said. What will they sit on? Not my problem. By 2, the storage unit was full. The house looked emptier. I didn't care. At 5, Michael came home, stopped when he saw the gaps. Dad, where's the dresser? Storage. Why? I'm preparing to move, like you asked. His face went red. We didn't mean immediately. I found a place. Where? You'll see? Jennifer came downstairs, face tight, worried. Michael, upstairs, now. They disappeared. Voices rose, urgent whispers. My phone buzzed. Harrison. David, everything's set for tomorrow at 2 p.m. Bring ID and keys. Funds wire at signing. Should hit your account by end of day. Understood. Are the occupants aware? Not yet. Might want to warn them. Let it happen. At dinner, Michael and Jennifer sat across from me. Neither ate. Dad, Michael started, we need to clarify. I'm listening. When we said we needed space, we meant maybe a few months. Time to find an apartment, get out of your hair. I smiled, cold. I'm ahead of schedule. Jennifer leaned forward. Where are you moving? Does it matter? It matters to us, Michael said. You're my father. Too late for that concern. I'm fine, I said. Better than fine. What does that mean? I stood, cleared my plate. You'll find out tomorrow. That night, I couldn't sleep. Sarah's letter was in my wallet, the one she wrote before she died. I unfolded it. David, don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness, not even Michael. You deserve respect. Promise me you'll protect yourself. I'd promised. Now I was keeping it. Morning came. Wednesday. Closing day. Michael left early. Meeting downtown, Jennifer went to the gym. The house was mine. At 1, I loaded the last boxes, closed the trunk, stood in the driveway. This was it. I drove to Harrison's office. Tom met me there. The conference room was cold, air conditioning blasting. Derek and Amanda smiled when I entered. Mr. Walker, Amanda said, we're so excited. Harrison laid out the papers, page after page. Sign here, here, and here. My pen moved automatically. Martin Davis sat beside me. Just in case, he'd said. Finally, the last page. Harrison collected the documents, tapped them straight. Congratulations, the house is sold. Funds transfer within the hour. I handed Derek the keys. Take care of it, I said. My wife loved that house. Amanda's eyes were wet. We will, I promise. Outside, Tom clapped my shoulder. You did it. Half done. Now comes the hard part. I drove back. Michael's car was in the driveway. So was Jennifer's. Both home, middle of the afternoon. Not normal. I parked, walked up. The door flew open. Michael stood there, face purple with rage. What did you do? Michael's voice carried across the yard. Neighbors looked out. What did I do? I stayed calm. I sold my house. Your house? Jennifer appeared. We live here. Not anymore. Michael grabbed my arm. I pulled free. Don't touch me. You can't do this, Jennifer's voice cracked. This is our home. No, it was my house, my name, my money, and I just sold it to a couple who take possession Friday morning. Jennifer went pale. Friday? That's 2 days. 48 hours. Better start packing. Michael's hands shook. This is insane. You're having a breakdown. Need to what? I stepped closer. Forge more documents? Take out more loans in my name? Or did you think I wouldn't find out about the $200,000? Silence. Jennifer's mouth opened, closed. That's right, I continued. First National called. Fraud alert. Your fake power of attorney failed their screening. Michael went white. Dad, we can explain. Don't. My voice was ice. Don't insult me. You wanted me gone. You got it, but you don't keep what's mine. I walked past them, started gathering my last things. They followed, both talking at once. You're destroying this family. We were going to pay you back. This is abuse. I spun around. Abuse? You tried to bury me in debt. You treated me like a servant, and now I'm the abuser? Jennifer's eyes were wild. We have rights, tenant rights. You never paid rent. You're not tenants, you're guests, and guests leave when the house is sold. I zipped my bag, slung it over my shoulder. You have until Friday noon. After that, the new owners arrive with police to change locks. Stay, you'll be arrested for trespassing. Dad, please, Michael's voice broke. Don't do this. I looked at him, searched for my son in this stranger's face. You did this. The day you said you were tired of me, the day you forged my signature, this is your doing. I walked to the door. Where are you going? Jennifer demanded. Anywhere but here. I drove to Tom's house. Linda met me with a hug. You're staying tonight, she said. I didn't argue. That night I checked my bank account. The money was there, every penny. Transferred to an account only I could access, new bank, new passwords, untouchable. I also checked email, subject, urgent legal matter, from a law firm I'd never heard of. Our clients, Michael and Jennifer Walker, demand cessation of all property transfer activities regarding 428 Maple Street. They possess residency rights and equitable interest. Failure to comply will result in legal action. I forwarded it to Martin. His response, ignore it. Toothless threat, no legal standing. But they weren't finished. Thursday morning, Adult Protective Services called. Mr. Walker, this is Sandra Mills. We received a report that you may be experiencing financial abuse. Can we schedule a visit? From whom? Anonymous, but we take all reports seriously. They were painting me as incompetent, confused, vulnerable. Ms. Mills, I'm happy to meet, but I assure you I manage my own finances perfectly well. We scheduled for that afternoon. I brought Martin with me. Sandra Mills was professional, kind. She asked about my health, my finances, my living situation. I showed her everything. Bank statements, medical records, Dr. Patterson's certification of mental competency dated that morning. Mr. Walker, she said, you're clearly in full control. Someone is wasting our time. My son and daughter-in-law. They're trying to stop me from selling my house. Her expression hardened. Filing false reports is serious. I'll note this. After she left, Martin said, they're desperate. Good. That afternoon, Michael texted, Dad, can we please talk? Just us, no lawyers. I stared at it. Part of me wanted to believe this could be fixed, but actions speak louder than words. I didn't respond. Instead, I drove to the house one last time. I still had my key. The driveway was full. Moving truck. Michael and Jennifer loading boxes. They stopped when they saw me. Where are you going? I asked. Jennifer looked away. Michael cleared his throat. Her parents' place. Basement apartment. I nodded. Good. Dad. Michael set down a box, walked toward me. I'm sorry. For everything. I was stressed and Jennifer's family was pushing. Don't blame her family. You made choices. Own them. I know. You're right. His voice was thick. But can we start over? I looked past him at the house Sarah and I dreamed about. You killed that possibility when you said you were tired of me. I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you did. I turned to leave. Dad, wait. His voice broke. I love you. I stopped, didn't turn around. Love is a verb, Michael, not a feeling. It's what you do, and what you did was betray me. I got in my car, drove away, didn't look back. Friday morning came bright and cold. I woke in Tom's guest room to birds outside the window. Today was the day. By noon, Derek and Amanda would own the house. By tonight, Michael and Jennifer would be gone, and I would be free. I dressed carefully. Khakis, button-down, Sarah's anniversary watch on my wrist. You look like you're going to court, Tom said at breakfast. Feels like it. At 11:30, I drove to Maple Street, one last time. The moving truck was gone. Michael's car was still there, loading the last boxes. Jennifer sat on the porch steps, face blotchy, crying. I parked across the street, waited. At 11:55, Harrison's Mercedes appeared. Behind him, Derek and Amanda. Behind them, a police cruiser. Harrison had been thorough. Michael froze as we approached. Mr. Walker, Harrison said formally, the transfer is complete. These are the new owners. Officer Bennett is here to ensure peaceful transition. Officer Bennett nodded at Michael. Sir, you need to vacate now. We're leaving, Michael said quietly. Just give us a minute. He closed the trunk, walked up to me. We stood face to face, father and son. I hope you're happy, he said. Bitterness dripped. I'm not happy. I'm free. There's a difference. Jennifer stood. You destroyed this family. I turned to her. No, I saved myself from being destroyed by it. Derek and Amanda waited by their car, uncomfortable. I walked over, handed Amanda a small box. What's this? Garden seeds. My wife Sarah planted the roses in the backyard. These are from her bushes. Thought you might keep them going. Amanda's eyes filled. Thank you. We'll take care of everything. I know you will. Michael got in his car. Jennifer climbed in. They pulled away slowly. At the corner, Michael stopped, looked back. Then he was gone. Officer Bennett approached. You okay, sir? I will be. Harrison handed the keys to Derek. Congratulations on your new home. I walked to my car. Tom was waiting. Want lunch? He asked. Yeah. We drove to the diner on 5th Street, ordered burgers, sat quietly. Any regrets? Tom finally asked. I thought about it. No, if I'd stayed, they would have bled me dry, financially, emotionally, taken everything and asked for more. What now? Now I find my own place, small, manageable, somewhere I can breathe. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Dad, it's me. New phone. Jennifer's parents made me get rid of the old one. They say you're toxic, but I want you to know. I'm sorry. I read it twice, then deleted it. Sorry doesn't rebuild trust. Sorry doesn't erase forged documents. Sorry doesn't give me back 2 years of walking on eggshells. Everything okay? Tom asked. Yeah, just closing an old chapter. That afternoon, I signed a lease, 1-bedroom apartment downtown, balcony overlooking the river, quiet, clean, mine. The landlord was an older woman, Mrs. Chen. You'll like it here, she said. Peaceful building, good neighbors. Peaceful sounds perfect. I moved in the next day. Tom and Linda helped. The furniture from storage fit perfectly. Sarah's quilt on the bed, her china cabinet in the corner, photos on the wall. It felt like home. That night, I stood on the balcony. Sun setting over the river, sky turning orange, pink, purple. My phone rang. Martin Davis. David, wanted to update you. The bank filed fraud charges against Michael and Jennifer for the forged power of attorney. The district attorney is reviewing. My stomach clenched. Criminal charges? If the DA moves forward, yes. Document forgery with intent to defraud. Could be serious. Martin, I don't want to destroy his life. He tried to destroy yours. He's still my son. Silence. Then, what do you want me to do? I closed my eyes. Thought about Sarah. Tell the DA I'll cooperate, but I don't want maximum penalties. If they plead guilty, I want probation, community service, not prison. You're a better man than most, David. No, I'm just tired. I want this over. After we hung up, I sat in darkness. The apartment was quiet, peaceful. No angry voices, no cold shoulders, no eggshells. Just silence. And for the first time in 2 years, silence felt like freedom. Share this story with someone who needs to hear that walking away from toxicity isn't betrayal, it's survival. People who use guilt as a weapon will never understand this. The legal case moved forward. Martin called with updates. The DA offered a plea deal. Michael and Jennifer would plead guilty to attempted fraud. 2 years probation, 500 hours community service, restitution of legal fees, no jail time. They accepted, Martin said. It's over. Good. David, one more thing. Jennifer's father wants to meet. Why? Didn't say, but he was respectful. Said it was important. I thought about it. Okay, your office. You present. The meeting was Tuesday. Robert Anderson was a big man, 6'2", silver hair, expensive suit. He didn't smile when we shook hands. Mr. Walker, thank you for seeing me. What do you want? He sat heavily. I want to apologize for my daughter, for my role. I waited. I pushed them, he said quietly, to leverage the house, to secure their future. I told Jennifer you were old-fashioned, that you wouldn't understand modern finance. I was wrong. Yes, you were. My wife and I raised Jennifer to be independent, strong, but somewhere she became entitled instead. And when she married your son, she brought those expectations. That doesn't excuse what they did. No, it doesn't. He met my eyes. But I wanted you to know the truth. This wasn't entirely Michael's idea. We pushed them. I sat back, processing. Does Michael know you're here? No, and I'd prefer to keep it that way. Why? Because he needs to own his choices, not hide behind mine. I respected that, didn't like the man, but respected it. Mr. Anderson, I appreciate you coming, but it doesn't change anything. I know, I just needed you to know that I see what happened, and I'm sorry. After he left, Martin looked at me. That was unexpected. Yeah. Change anything? No, but at least now I understand the full picture. That night I couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about influence, how families shape us, how easy it is to lose yourself trying to please people who don't value you. Michael made his choices, but Jennifer's family set the table. It didn't excuse anything, but it explained some things. I got up, made tea, sat on the balcony. The city was quiet, distant traffic, a dog barking. My phone buzzed, unknown number. Dad, it's Michael. I know you don't want to hear from me, but I need you to know. Jennifer and I are separating, not because of the, legal stuff. Because I finally see what she became. What I became. I don't expect forgiveness, just wanted you to know I'm trying to fix myself. I stared at the message. Part of me felt vindicated, but mostly I felt sad. I didn't respond, but I didn't delete it either. Maybe someday. Or maybe I'd keep it. A reminder that people can change, even if it's too late. I started building routines. Morning walks along the river, coffee at the bookshop on 3rd Street, woodworking classes at the community center. Tom stopped by most afternoons. We'd sit on the balcony, drink iced tea, talk about nothing. You seem lighter, he said one Thursday. I am. Heard from Michael? Once. Text. I didn't respond. Are you going to? Maybe. Someday. When I'm ready. I saw him once, at the grocery store. He was in produce, thinner, tired. He didn't see me. I watched him pick up apples, put them back, pick up oranges, stare at them like he'd forgotten why he was there. Then Jennifer appeared, said something sharp. He put the oranges down, followed her. I left before they saw me. That night I dreamed about Sarah. We were in the garden. She was planting roses. You did the right thing, she said. Did I? You protected yourself. That's not selfish. That's survival. I woke with tears on my face. I started volunteering, teaching woodworking at the community center, Tuesday and Thursday mornings. My class grew, 15 regulars, men and women learning to build, to create, to find purpose in their hands. I loved it. Tom invited me to his church men's group. I went, listened to other men's stories, shared mine. I wasn't hiding anymore, wasn't shrinking to make others comfortable. I was living. One afternoon, teaching class, someone knocked on the workshop door. I looked up. Michael stood there, hands in pockets, face uncertain. My students went quiet. Can I talk to you? He asked. I set down my tools. Class, take 15. Practice your joints. Outside, we stood in the parking lot. He looked different, cleaner, less haggard. I'm in therapy, he said, 3 times a week, trying to understand why I did what I did. Good. Jennifer and I finalized the divorce last month. I nodded. I'd heard from mutual friends. Dad, I don't expect forgiveness, but I need to say this. You were right about everything. I was selfish, entitled. I treated your love like it was endless and free. And when you set a boundary, I tried to destroy you. I listened, didn't interrupt. I'm working now, 2 jobs, paying off the restitution, living in a studio. And for the first time, I understand what you built, what you sacrificed. His voice cracked. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry. Silence hung between us. Part of me wanted to hug him, tell him it was okay. But Sarah's voice echoed, don't let anyone take advantage of your kindness. I appreciate you saying that, I said carefully, and I'm glad you're getting help. But I'm not ready to rebuild this, maybe someday, not now. His face fell, but he nodded. I understand. Michael, I forgive you. For my own peace, I've forgiven you. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back. I have a life now, a good life, and I'm not willing to risk it. I get it. He wiped his eyes. Can I call sometimes, just to update you? No expectations? I thought about it. Once a month, phone call, 5 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Hope flickered in his eyes. Thank you. He left. I went back inside. My students looked at me with questions. My son, I explained. We're working on things. An older man named Frank spoke up. My daughter and I didn't talk for 8 years. Now we have lunch every Sunday. Time and boundaries can heal a lot. Maybe, I said. But some things stay broken. That's okay too. We went back to work, sanding, shaping, building, creating something beautiful from raw materials, just like I was doing with my life. Amanda Chen called on a Tuesday morning. Mr. Walker? It's Amanda. I smiled. Amanda? How's the house? Beautiful. Sarah's garden is thriving. She paused. But that's not why I'm calling. My chest tightened. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. We're having a baby, and I'm making the nursery in the small bedroom, the one I think was yours. Congratulations. Thank you, but I found something hidden under the floorboards. I think you should have it. What is it? A box with Sarah's name on it. My hands went numb. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I drove to Maple Street, parked out front. The house looked different. Fresh paint, new shutters. The garden was immaculate. Amanda met me at the door. Pregnancy just starting to show. Come in. The house felt foreign. New furniture, different layout. But the bones were the same. She led me to the small bedroom. My old room. On the floor, boards pulled up. Underneath, a wooden box. I knelt, lifted it carefully. Sarah's handwriting on the lid. For David when you need it most. My throat closed. Amanda touched my shoulder. Take your time, I'll make tea. I opened the box. Inside, letters, dozens. All Sarah's handwriting. Each dated, sealed. The first, open when you feel lost. I broke the seal. My dearest David, if you're reading this, I'm gone and you're struggling. I know you. You're blaming yourself, putting everyone else first, forgetting you deserve happiness too. Stop it. You gave me 43 beautiful years. You were my rock, my safe place, my home. When I got sick, you never complained, never made me feel like a burden. Now it's your turn to live, to be selfish, to protect yourself. I know Michael, I love him, but I see his weaknesses. If he ever hurts you, and I pray he doesn't, you have my permission to walk away. You've earned your peace. Don't let anyone steal it. I love you, always. Sarah. I couldn't breathe. Tears streamed. She knew, somehow she knew. Hit like if you believe real love protects, it doesn't exploit. Only people like Michael and Jennifer think sacrifice means you owe them. Everything, I opened the next. Open when you doubt yourself. David, trust your instincts. You're smarter than you think, stronger than you believe. You deserve respect. If someone treats you poorly, it's not your job to fix them. It's your job to protect yourself. Remember, love without respect is just manipulation. Sarah. There were 23 letters, each for a different moment, a different struggle. I sat there crying, reading them over and over. Amanda came back with tea, saw my face, quietly left. When I composed myself, I found her in the kitchen. Thank you, I managed. She must have been incredible. She was. I drove home with the box beside me, like Sarah was riding along. That night I read every letter, then put them in a safe place, and I made a decision. Next morning I called the community center. I want to volunteer more, teaching woodworking to seniors. The coordinator was thrilled. When can you start? Tomorrow. I also called the church men's group, started going regularly, listening, sharing. I wasn't hiding anymore. I was living. For the first time in years, really living. Michael called once a month, like we'd agreed. Short conversations, updates on therapy, his jobs, his life. I listened, offered advice when asked, but kept distance. Some wounds heal, some scar. You learn to live with both. Have you ever had to choose between family loyalty and protecting yourself? I woke to sunlight streaming through my windows, made coffee, sat on the balcony. The river flowed below. Steady, constant. Michael's monthly calls continued. We talked about surface things, weather, work, his therapy progress. I listened, but I didn't let him back in, not fully. Some bridges once burned, stay ash. Tom knocked around 9. Ready? Let me grab my jacket. We drove to the community center. My woodworking class had grown to 20 regulars now. After class, I stopped by the bookshop, had coffee with Margaret, the owner. We'd become friends. "You seem peaceful," she said. "I am." "That's good to see. Simple pleasures, simple days, no drama, no manipulation, just peace." That afternoon, I visited Sarah's grave, brought roses from Amanda's garden. "I found your letters," I told the headstone. "Thank you for knowing exactly what I'd need." Wind rustled the trees. Birds sang. I sat for an hour, just being still. When I got home, there was a letter in my mailbox, Michael's handwriting. I almost didn't open it, but curiosity won. "Dad, I won't call this month, or next. I need to focus on myself, really focus. Not because I'm giving up, but because I finally understand I can't fix this relationship until I fix myself. Thank you for the calls. They meant everything. But I need to earn back your trust through actions, not words. I'll reach out when I'm ready. When I'm someone you'd actually want in your life. I love you. I'm sorry. Michael." I folded the letter, put it with Sarah's letters, and I felt relief. He was growing up. Finally. Maybe someday we'd have a real relationship, built on respect, boundaries, honesty, or maybe we wouldn't. Either way, I'd be okay. That night, I made dinner. Simple pasta, salad, wine, ate on the balcony, watched the sunset. My phone stayed silent. No demands, no drama, just quiet. I thought about the journey. From that day, Michael said he was tired of me to now. Sitting in my own space, living my own life. It cost me a house, money, the illusion of family harmony. But I gained something more valuable. Myself. Before bed, I opened Sarah's last letter. "Open when you found peace. My darling David, if you're reading this, you made it. You chose yourself. You protected your heart. You survived. I'm so proud of you. Live fully now. Laugh often. Love again if you can. But never settle for being treated as less than you deserve. You are enough. You always were. Until we meet again, Sarah." I closed the letter, set it back carefully, turned off the lights, crawled into bed, and for the first time in years, I slept without regret. The next morning, I woke with purpose, started planning a rocking chair for Amanda's baby, something Sarah would have loved. Tom called. "Fishing this weekend?" "Sounds perfect," Margaret texted. "Book club Thursday. Was I coming?" I was. Life had become beautifully ordinary, wonderfully simple. No grand gestures, no drama. Just days filled with small joys, good people, honest work. I stood on the balcony with coffee, watched the city wake, and I realized happiness isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It's quiet mornings, friendly neighbors, work you're proud of, boundaries that protect your peace. It's choosing yourself when everyone expects you to sacrifice. It's walking away from people who treat your love like a weapon. It's knowing your worth and refusing to settle for less. Michael was my son. I'd always love him, but I love myself more now, and that was enough. The river flowed below. The sun rose higher. Another day began, and I was ready for it. Not because everything was perfect, but because I was finally, completely, undeniably free. What will you do the next time someone mistakes your kindness for weakness? The answer is simple. Protect yourself. Set boundaries. Choose peace. Because at the end of the day, the only person guaranteed to be there for you is yourself, and that person deserves your loyalty most of all. If you believe boundaries aren't betrayal and protecting yourself isn't selfish, hit that subscribe button right now. Only greedy, entitled people who confuse love with control won't subscribe. Don't be like Michael. Be like the father who finally chose himself. Subscribe, and let's stand together against people who treat kindness like a weapon.